Daylight saving time is coming to an end this weekend. The clocks will fall back at 2 a.m. on Sunday, giving us an extra hour. But the impact on sleep goes far beyond that. Clinical psychologist and University of Arizona Sleep and Health Program Director Michael Grandner is here with some tips on how to handle the time change. Hi, Dr. Grandner. Always great to have you, and even better to have you here in person. So most people consider this clock shift the better one, right? Because we gain an hour instead of losing one. But sleep experts say the benefits go far beyond that. So walk us through the science here. Yeah,
so this is the good one, right? This is where we get an extra hour. It's like a stimulus check for our sleep, so a lot of people are walking around a little bit sleep deprived. They've been stressed, they've been, life gets in the way. And this is just a little bit of extra time that we can make good use of to be able to recover just a little bit. And hopefully that could be a nice inflection point to set some good habits going forward.
And then what about the circadian rhythm impact?
Yeah, so circadian rhythm is more than just when you're awake and when you're sleepy. There's lots of rhythms in your body. And so disrupting those rhythms can create some issues. So, where it's sort of like we're all kind of jet lagging ourselves by an hour for all at once for no apparent reason without going anywhere. And that can cause some disruptions in things like metabolism and immunity, as well as things like energy level and even mood.
So when we go back to standard time, that corrects?
Yeah, so, well, it's not that it corrects, it's that, imagine you have this snow globe and it's all settled, and then you just shook it up a little bit, and then it's going to settle a little bit. And then we're going to change it again and shake it in the other direction. It'll still settle a little bit. It's different settling, but it's still a little bit disruptive.
A lot of people come to me about sleep stuff. What do you say to those who don't like switching the clocks back, even if it's supposed to be better for sleep, because they like more daylight in the evening? They like those later sunsets.
Yeah, I think, it is what it is. I think that the science shows that when you make it so that there's more light earlier, people tend to end up performing better, feeling better. It's more in line with your body's natural rhythms. But I can totally understand the appeal of having a little light later. It sort of stinks to go home when it's dark outside, no matter what time it is. But the scientific organizations are all saying, look, the data show if you keep the light earlier, people tend to be happier and healthier and safer. But for now, we still do this switch.
What about parents with young kids? Because while everyone else gets to hang out and enjoy this extra hour, if your kids wake up naturally at 6:30 in the morning, now they're going to wake up when the clock says 5:30. So, asking for a friend, what do we do? Do you have a tranquilizer dart you recommend or something?
Yeah, not one of those. I guess worst case, pets too. Pets don't know what time it is on the clock.
Right.
No one gave them the memo. So what I would say is, look, expect that they're going to be following the schedule, but it might be a couple days of an adjustment, but if you set the rhythm you want to set in your household, the rhythms were trained initially, they can be retrained, again, with a little bit of disruption. I just say, don't stress about it too much, expect a little bit of resistance, but set the rhythm you want to keep.
So what are your general tips on how to make the most of this clock change for the sake of our sleep health?
What I would say, honestly, is do almost nothing. Because this is where you get an extra hour. You're welcome. Just go to bed around the same time. If you want to go to bed a little bit later, maybe. If you're having some insomnia, maybe stay up a little bit later and drive up that sleep pressure and dissipate that without costing you sleep time. But if you don't have insomnia, just go to bed your normal time. Maybe sleep in a little bit. If you get up a little extra early, great. You now have a little more time in your day tomorrow. But then again, go back to sleep your regular time. It'll adjust.
What if you're then trying to go to bed at night and you just don't feel that sleepy? Your brain starts going a mile a minute. You start thinking about all the horrible conversations you had and catastrophizing over every embarrassing thing that ever happened to you.
That happens. What I would say is, remember, sleep is not something you do. Sleep is something that happens when the situation allows for it. And even if it's the right time, even if you're kind of tired, if there's something outside of your control, the best thing to do is to wait. It's like you can't make yourself hungry, you can't make yourself sleepy. Maybe you need to go do something relaxing or even maybe distracting for a little bit to get that off your mind. But trying to sleep is the problem. The enemy of sleep is effort. The more effort you're putting in, the more you're going to add energy into that system and make it harder to fall asleep. So if you are tossing and turning around stuff, go do something else for a bit. Wait till you're ready.
You can't make yourself hungry. You can't make yourself sleepy. I love that.
Yeah.
Dr. Greta, always great to have you. Thank you so much.
Always. Thank you so much.